Hey everybody, and welcome to my news of the day video. Today I'm laughing like this starting off because I just did a whole take without the microphone plugged in, and yeah, it was a good take too. Oh well, we're gonna do it again. So this is the news of the day, and I'm kind of glad that I waited this long to do it. The video, it's coming out a little late in the day because I've been waiting for some kind of information to come out, and I didn't really know what, but something really big happened or news came out, and I'm glad I waited, and we'll get right to it. And that is this story right here. Wild GM Bill Guerin has come out and said that the NHL has ruled in favor of Kipro Kaprizov being allowed to stay with the team for phase 3 and 4. No, he won't be allowed to play any games, but he will be able to take part in all that, whatever they do. And that's good for Montreal because Alex Romanov in the same position. They both signed contracts during the suspension without a start date, and they were European players signing late contracts, and these were not ruled on yet, whether they'd be allowed to play. The ruling came down that they will not be allowed to play in phase 4 or even phase 3, and then now they've kind of softened that by allowing the players to take part with the team and all the activities and all that good stuff without actually playing any games. So the bad part is they burned the first year of the ELC. So they'll, the first year of the ELC is burnt, like he played his 10 games and whatever. And but for Romanov, and I guess for the other guys, they're Russian players coming over here. They get adjusted to North America. They get adjusted to the smaller ice size. They get adjusted to their teams. Learn their culture. It's not such a shock when they come over and they're thrown right into the training camp and all that. This way, training camp, there's not any pressure. There's no pressure that they're going to play. There's no pressure on anything. They can really enjoy their time and getting adjusted to the team and their teammates and all that good stuff, and I think it's just beneficial. So is it really worth burning a year of the ELC? They still have to pay them, and they don't get much out of them as far as on the ice, but I think it is in a for certain kinds of, like Russian players coming over, they don't speak a lot of English. They can learn some English, all that good stuff. I think this is a really good thing. I was hoping this would happen. I talked about it in another video, and it looked like it wasn't going to be allowed. And then boom, today the ruling came out. So it's a good thing. Also decided today, something we've been waiting for to hear about is Max Domi, but it wasn't really decided. The team and Max Domi have agreed to wait 7 to 10 days, see how things go with training camp, see how, I don't know how they're going to judge the bubble, because they're not going to be in the bubble in the hub in Toronto until after 10 days, but I guess they're going to see how things go with the phase 2. It's going to be a tighter bubble than phase 3. It's going to be a tighter bubble than in phase 2, so I guess if things go really smoothly for the next week, he could decide that he's going to play. I do know that Kunin, I don't know his first name, and I don't remember the team. Is it Pittsburgh? Some Kunin from one of the teams is another diabetic, and he has his team has ruled that he's cleared to play. I don't know if he's decided to play or not, but the team has ruled that he's cleared to play. I don't know if that's going to make any difference with Domi's decision or not. I really don't, but I think it's really a smart decision to take a little bit of time, make sure things are good. I just didn't know that they were allowed to do that, because that's what I would have said if they said, well, they can wait and see how things go and make up their mind after seeing how training camp goes without them there. I would have said, sure, wait till the last second to make your decision. So that seems like what they're going to do, and I think that's a smart move on both the team and Max Domi's part. Now, for players that either are injured in some way or test positive for the virus, they're going to be listed as one term, not fit to play, and if it's for a practice, unable to practice. So you won't know why a player is missing, just that they are unfit to play or unable to practice. This is going to be, I imagine, right through the tournament, and I tend to think this might be how it goes for as long as COVID is going to have an effect on how games are played and all that kind of stuff. I think that this is how they're going to list injuries for a little while: is not fit to play, unable to practice. Steven Stamkos, a guy who hasn't had a ton of success in the playoffs, is having even less, I guess, this season so far. Stamkos will miss phase 3 due to a leg injury that he suffered in phase 2. He will apparently be able to take part starting the first game of the round robin, and so I don't know. I guess he's been practicing, so it's okay. I just wonder what kind of shape he's in and how it'll affect any kind of his play if he hasn't been able to take part in the training camp. So Stamkos out of phase 3, should be there for phase 4. Carl Alsner has opted out. Carl Alsner, amongst other players, has opted out. The other kind of notable players, Travis Hamonic and Mike Green, they've all opted out. With other guys, I didn't make a list of everybody. These are the most notable guys for me, I felt, anyway. There's going to be a lot more. They have till 5 o'clock on Monday. This is Sunday, so tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. They have till then in writing to the team and to the league to opt out. So I imagine we'll see a comprehensive list some point after that, either Monday night or Tuesday. We should see some kind of a list of all the players that have opted out. I know that for the vote to approve all this, it was 79% to 21%. So I don't know that we'll see all 21% that voted against doing all this that will opt out, but I imagine there's probably going to be more players opting out than we might have thought. Okay, so that's news of the day. This actually isn't a news item, but I talked about, let me put it this way. We all know that Montreal really kind of needs to get a backup goalie for Carey Price for next season. A legitimate backup goalie, not a reclamation project, not a rookie, not a minor leaguer. I mean, a legitimate backup goalie, a guy who's not shaky, a guy you can kind of count on. You know, he may have a bad night here and there, but you know what I mean, an NHL caliber backup goaltender. Well, what about Jake Allen? It's rumored that Jake Allen actually should be available, and he does have a Montreal tie-in. He played his junior hockey here, or at least, if not all his junior, I think all his junior hockey here in Montreal. So he knows Montreal. He's been here before, and he may want to come back. And this is a trade anyway. He has 1 year left after this season. At $4.35 million. Yeah, at $4.35 million. It's a little higher than I would like to see a backup goalie being paid, but not that much that it makes it undoable. It's only 1 year left on the contract. If you want to re-sign him for any more length of time, maybe you can sign him a little lower. And it gives you that year, maybe Primo's ready, that second year. And you want him in there so you don't have term on the guy. Maybe that means you can't trade him as easily, but at least, you don't have term on him, and Primo might be ready, or you can sign him for an extra year or so to bridge that gap a little further till Primo does get here. So I know that St. Louis is one of those teams. They're really close to the cap. They're going to be highly affected by the fact that the salary cap is going to stay flat for at least the next 2 seasons, possibly as many as 4 from what I can tell, until a new TV contract and other things can help it go up. And it's also tied to the agreement that it won't go up until the league revenues get back to $4.8 billion and above. So St. Louis kind of really needs to move some players, because they'd like to re-sign Peter Angelo, their captain and their star defenseman, and he's going to be expensive. And don't know how they're going to do that. And they have Vince Dunn out there that they'd also like to re-sign, and probably a player or two that I'm not thinking of. So they really need to move some contracts, make some room, and Jake Allen could be, $4 million off the cap's not a bad thing. So I could see this happening, and that's just I just thought about it while I was doing this. There were a lot of items in here, and I was working on that kind of, so I said I'll throw that in there. So now the last item, and I should have had this prepared because, like I said, this isn't my first take. The last take I didn't probably get in the microphone. Can you believe that? Okay, new contest. I'm giving away a pair of Bauer Supreme skates. They are a lightly used, so as you can see, they're in really good shape, and I haven't even polished them up or anything. These are just lightly used, beautiful pair of Bauer Supreme skates. They are a size 7.5, so they're not huge, but they're for a kid, a teenager, a girl, a guy with small feet, but size 7.5, really nice pair of skates. Now, how do you enter into the contest to win these? And I'll also say, please, North America, I can send them out to North America only, or if you're willing to pay for the shipping, if you win, hey, I'll send them anywhere. It doesn't matter. But it gets really expensive outside of North America. So the way you enter, if you take a membership, which is the join button down under the bottom of this video, if you take a membership, that will give you an entry, and that will give you an entry for every month. For every month that you have the membership, because they renew every month, you will get an entry every month. And on the live streams, when I do a live stream, and it started last night in the live stream, got one entry. That was Gazzo. I think it's Gazzo. He's brand new. He's a brand new member and a brand new subscriber to the channel. And he got a membership, and I entered him into the contest. And so that's one way. And when you're in the live streams, if you take a super chat or a super sticker, for every super chat, super sticker purchase, no matter what the size, I will give you at least one entry. And any for donations of well, for $10 it's still one, but if it's $20 it's two, $30 is three, and so on. For every $10 you get an entry. I don't really expect to see too many multiples like that, and that's cool. But I mean, even if it's 99 cents, you're going to get an entry. So it's a really nice pair of skates. It's a really nice prize to win. It's a way to fundraise for the channel, because I'd like to do more contests like this. I need a few things just to run the channel itself, and just to do more for the channel, for you guys, and yeah, for the community of Talkin' Habs. So that's really why this contest is running. So hopefully you'll take part. And that's it. That's it for the video. If you like the video, give a thumbs up. I appreciate that. While you're down there doing that, there's a comment section. Please leave a comment about any of these stories, especially Romanov. What you think? What do you think of Domi and the Habs agreeing to wait? And what do you think of Jake Allen as a possible backup goalie for Montreal? So that's in the comment section down there. And while you guys are down there doing that, please subscribe and ring the notifications bell if you haven't already, and that's going to get you your daily fix of Blue Blanc Rouge right here at Talkin' Habs. So thanks everybody for watching. Really do appreciate that. Please stay safe out there. Wear a mask when you're outside, especially when there's people around. That's really going to be important, because I want you back here watching more Talkin' Habs videos. And yeah, that's it. So thanks for watching. Peace out. I'll see you next video. And hey, training camp's open tomorrow. We're going to have lots to talk about, that's for sure. Bye, y'all.